You know, everyone calls the second trimester the honeymoon period of pregnancy. And yeah, you might be feeling a lot better, but what's happening on the inside? Well, that's more critical than ever for both you and your baby's health. So let's break down the checks that make sure everything is right on track.
So really, is this time just about kicking back, enjoying that pregnancy glow, and watching your bump get bigger? I mean, that's definitely a wonderful part of it, for sure. But the most important work, it's all happening behind the scenes. What's developing on the inside is way more critical than what you can see on the outside.
And that really gets to the heart of it, right? A pregnancy can look and feel totally fine from the outside, but inside, your body is adapting at lightning speed, and your baby is going through this massive developmental phase. This is exactly why these health checks are so important during this specific window.
I want you to think of these checks in a different way. Don't see them as a source of anxiety. See them as your personal empowerment toolkit. Seriously. This isn't about looking for problems. It's about getting reassurance, seeing a crystal clear picture of how things are going, and just being prepared.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 6 key checks. We'll start with some simple blood and urine tests, then we'll get into the really detailed anomaly scan. After that, we'll talk about monitoring for gestational diabetes and checking blood pressure. And we'll wrap up with a crucial screening for moms who have a negative blood type.
All right, let's kick things off with the most common issue we see during the second trimester, anemia. It's something that affects a lot of pregnant women, but here's the good news. It's also one of the easiest things to manage when you catch it early.
So what even is anemia? Well, in the simplest terms, it's when your blood is low on hemoglobin. That's the stuff in your red blood cells that's responsible for carrying oxygen. And if those levels are low, it means less oxygen is getting to you and, importantly, to your developing baby.
And you can definitely feel the effects of low hemoglobin. It can cause that nagging fatigue, dizziness, and in more serious cases, it can even increase the risk of preterm delivery. Finding it early with a quick blood test means it can be managed super effectively with the right foods and supplements.
Next up are 2 checks that might seem totally routine, but the information they give us is huge. The urine test and the anomaly scan. They both provide an incredible amount of insight into how you and your baby are doing.
You know, these 2 simple tests are so powerful because they cover both your health and your baby's. The urine test is a key screening tool for you. It's looking for protein, which can be an early warning sign for preeclampsia, and it also checks for infections. At the same time, that anomaly scan is this amazing window into your baby's world, confirming that all their little organs, the heart, kidneys, spine, are all growing just as they should.
Okay, these next 2 tests are all about keeping an eye on how your body is adjusting to the incredible demands of pregnancy. This is where we check for something called gestational diabetes and keep a really close watch on your blood pressure.
Gestational diabetes is tricky because it often flies completely under the radar. Usually, there are no obvious symptoms at all. And that's exactly why this glucose test is so critical. It checks how your body's handling sugar, and if we catch any issues early, you get the support you need to manage it for a much healthier pregnancy and delivery.
And it's a similar idea with regular blood pressure checks. This is all about proactive prevention. You see, rising blood pressure can affect how well the placenta delivers nutrients and oxygen, and this can happen long before you'd ever feel a single symptom. So, consistent monitoring lets us intervene early and manage things carefully.
All right, our final test. This one is very specific, but it is incredibly important for a particular group of mothers-to-be. Let's talk about the antibody screen and what's known as the Rh-negative factor.
So, this one is for you if your blood type is Rh negative. That means if you're O negative, A negative, B negative, or AB negative, listen up. This screening is absolutely vital for you.
So here's the deal in a nutshell. If you have Rh negative blood, but your baby has Rh positive blood, your body might see the baby's blood cells as a foreign invader and start creating antibodies to attack them. But here's the amazing part. The solution is so simple. A safe injection can actually prevent your body from making these antibodies in the first place, protecting not only this baby, but any future pregnancies too.
Okay, we've covered the essential medical checks, so now let's switch gears a little bit from monitoring to preparation. There's a really simple, practical habit you can start in the second trimester that can make a huge difference right after your baby arrives. This is all about some gentle nipple care to get the skin ready for breastfeeding. The whole idea is just to keep the skin clean, healthy, and soft to help prevent cracks and make sure there are no blockages for milk flow. Sometime around week 28 you can start. Just clean the area gently with some damp cotton wool, Pat it dry and then apply a little bit of Vaseline or a natural oil. Super simple.
And what you don't do is just as important as what you do. The key word here is gentle. So, no harsh soaps, don't pull or squeeze. This isn't about trying to get milk out, and definitely no rough sponges or brushes. That's it. This simple, gentle care is all you need.
So as we wrap all this up, let's circle back to that main idea we started with. All of these tests, all this information, it's not meant to create fear. It's about giving you knowledge. And you know what they say? Knowledge is power.
You know, a quote from one of our sources just sums this up perfectly. It says, "When the results are normal, you walk into the third trimester with confidence. When they are not, you walk in with a plan." Think about that. It's a win-win no matter what.
This whole process is an investment in having a confident and smoother third trimester. So, as we finish up, I'll just leave you with this question. What's one thing you heard today that makes you feel just a little more empowered for the journey ahead? Thanks for watching.